Okay, guys, welcome back to the last round of today. We have McBroly versus X-brast. I believe McBroly is playing a Category 13 theme deck, and X-brast need to find his deck list. Both of these players are currently 3-2. So if the winner of this will likely advance to the top 16 for tomorrow. So X-brast is playing a Fire Water Monsters, which I think now is fairly obvious from what we see on the screen. Just find McBroly's deck list as well to confirm the cards that he's got in his deck. I know it's for sure a Category 13. Okay, here it is. All right, now I've got both deck lists here. Always fun looking for those. Okay. Okay, so as I said, we've got Fire Water Monsters against a Category 13 deck. The Category 13 is running the Opus 23 Sarah. It's a small Pseudophilus package. The 19 Opus as well, Sarah. 22 Opus Jill Nabat. 19 Opus Snow. Mog from 13-2, Noel, Hope, Lightning, Orphan, Nuge, Barlai. It's an interesting deck. McBroly is a big fan of Final Fantasy 13. So he's worked pretty hard to put this deck together to try to make it competitive. And so far has been okay. He's gone 3-2. It's not a bad score at all. X-brast playing the more typical Fire Water Monsters deck. We're gonna. Okay, so sorry, I missed a bit what happened here. We got the Cloud LB. Supposed got rid of the Mog. So X-brast already 4 backups strong. McBroly as well. We're going to Reeve and pass turn. No, these players are 3-2. These guys are fighting for their position in top 16. the winner will likely qualify, depending on some certain tiebreakers. But yeah, they are right on the bubble. Yeah, I wanted to try to avoid repeating players on the stream best I could. We had a lot of the players that are 4-1 and 5-0 already on stream, so figured we go for a bubble one this time around. So we're getting out the Atomus and the Goblin off of Realm. Search the other Goblin. Play it. Search the third Goblin, which should be the same. Yeah. See if he's also carrying the. He is not. He does not carry the Haste Goblin in his deck, so that will be the last. That'll be the last Goblin there. Won't be able to play that one. Oh yeah, he will. Yeah, he's got the reactivation from the Atomos, which I think McBroly was nice enough to point out. I think X-brast had forgotten to reactivate them from the Atomos. So a nice sporting play there. Yeah, let me see what he might have cut. He does have 3 Clives and 3 Ifrits, and an Armstrong in the deck. So he did make. I know he does have the Haste Goblin. Sorry, it was at the top of the deck list, ordered by serial number on his. Usually, the goblins all come out by order of the name of the card. So yeah, no, there is 1 Haste Goblin in the deck actually. Yeah, yeah, I see it. Yeah, it's in the break zone. Yeah, it's a 13 list. Yeah, yeah. McBroly's a huge fan of 13. He's also a local here from Barcelona. Um, so a nice twist on the traditional meta that we usually see. There is a single Princess Goblin. Yeah. All right. Hitting with the cloud. Yeah, so the motor for this deck is that 23 Opus Legend Sarah. So like the forward that opponents control lose 2,000 power. If you control 3 or more category 13 forwards, the forward opponent loses. Forwards opponent controls lose 5,000 instead. So that's kind of the magic behind this deck. We'll see how he uses that in combination with some other cards. But right now, X-brast is loading up on monsters, so I expect we'll see a witch soon if he's drawn it. Yeah, Zide, it counters Yuna 100%. He likes playing it for that reason, but unfortunately against other comps, it's not the most ideal. But he's proving that you can make it into top 16 if he wins this game with this deck. So this is bubble. Both are 3 and 2. No, the only zero is Mauro, who we saw on stream last game, who's playing the Braska Siren deck. I believe everybody else is for. Oh no, Squalo, who played. We also had him on stream, who is playing Warrior of Lights, is also 5-0. So we have two 5-0s who are currently playing each other. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're currently playing each other, but both of them were already on stream, so we went with a bubble match instead. Figured it'd be fun to get this this Final Fantasy 13 deck on stream. We'll see more of Malboro and Squalo tomorrow, for sure. So don't you guys worry. Okay, so the news X-brast we didn't activate. It just searches a BARCELONA, which we already have on the field, and it would give a free draw to X-brast. So probably a smart play on McBroly's part there. Okay, we're gonna play this cost to Sarah. This cost to Sarah. Or is it cost 3 Sarah? No, cost 2, cost 2. With X-brast. Yeah, search is immovable. Yep. So McBroly looking good in terms of hand size. Looks like X-brast is down to 1 card. So plenty to play for the CatXIII deck. Yeah, he's got to target the Yaggroth. I think just some discussion over how to target the Yaggroth between the guys going on over there. So it looks like we've got a Hope in hand, potentially discarding 4 to play the Hope. This Hope, I believe, comes in the starter deck, if I'm not mistaken. And this Hope, if you control 5 or more, category 13 characters, he'll get 1,000 power. But what's cooler is when he enters the field, he'll need to search for a category 13. Or choose a character on the field that loses 1,000 power for each category 13 character that he controls. So I think he's going to try to kill the realm here. Can he? He's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Yeah, so we're going to kill off Hope. But we did take Cloud. I think it's a cost 5 Cloud as damage. So not the end of the world with that, with losing the Cloud. I believe he's got more. No, actually, this is only Cloud. So not that McBroly is going to be playing any monsters or anything, but that extra draw from exiling. That word exists. 2 cards in the break zone and drawing a card is always nice for a monster deck. Okay, so we're going to be paying 4 for the Clive. I don't know what's going on with all the spinning of the backups. Maybe he wanted to immediately prime, and now he's changing his mind. I think that's probably what happened. Probably debating if he wants to prime or not. Yeah, it looks like he's going to go ahead and do it. So we're going to prime the Clive. We're going to have a 10k bomb come in on the Moogle. So McBroly's going to respond with the Shiva. This Shiva, I'm not sure what she does. 2-cost Shiva. Choose one forward, duel, and freeze it. During the turn, if it deals damage to a forward or a player, the damage becomes 0 instead. Okay, so he saved the Mog. Saved the Mog, and it's duel freeze. So that was a very nice play. Saving character, saving the attack, and freezing the Ifrit. So let's see if he can keep it frozen. He's drawn the Sarah that reduces the attack power, but he's got one on the field already, so we'll have to see how he manages this. He also drew is it the Jill? Yeah, the Jill. That Jill, which one is that? 22? Oh, no, there's a different Jill in his hand, isn't it? Well, we're gonna play Snow from the break zone. Sorry, from the limit break. Which is gonna search for one card named Lightning or Sarah. Just deciding how we want to pay for that. So let's see if he searches. I suppose he's gonna search for a Lightning here. Yeah. So he's gonna search for the 2-cost Lightning. Which this one has haste, and when he attacks, all the category 13 characters gain 1,000 power to the end of the turn. If 2 or more category 13 forwards attack this turn, he'll draw a card, and if 3, he will deal 1 damage to X-brast. Yeah, like I said, McBroly's a huge fan of 13, so he's been cooking this deck for a while. Unfortunately, sometimes he feels like it's not the most competitive, but you know he came today to have some fun. Gonna try to make it work. So we're going to Ifrit special the Lightning, okay, which is not the end of the world because I think there are more. Yeah, there are 3 of them. So hopefully he'll be able to search another one. Because that is an important card for the deck. It allows him to get resources and deal damage directly. Let's see, McBroly also, so in his break zone, he's got Victoria, 2 clouds, so lightning. He's got another snow in case that one goes. He does have some Odins. So we do see the Witch. Witch does come down. We will draw the card, and Maybe X-brast is just here thinking if he wants to attack here and ditch some monsters. I don't think that's the play here though. I think maybe it's better to be reactive. See what McBroly does, yeah, and then try to react to that with the witch. So let's see, draw two. So another hope, okay, which is not bad. I think that's what McBroly is thinking about, is playing that hope. The other card that he drew, it's tough, yeah, like in chat, like tons of cards you don't know. Sometimes I don't even recognize the image of the card when it's in the hand. So don't know what he's got there on the top. Looks like a 2 4. It's a 4. See both players fairly tense at the moment. Just trying to make sure they're planning their lines the right way. Not making any potential misplays, especially for X-brast, who's probably really unfamiliar with what McBroly is playing. So we are going to play the Jill Nabat backup, which will freeze the Ifrit. So yeah, keeping that Ifrit froze for now until maybe he gets an opportunity to break it. We're going to see the Hope here, I believe. Yeah, so Hope is back. That's the second Hope that we've seen. So we can either search or we can reduce the power. I think we're gonna search here. Search for the lightning, I guess. Okay, we're gonna search for the same Sarah. Does that have an S effect? Don't think it does it? It does. Choose one forward, deal 8,000 damage. Yeah, so we're gonna dull the Sarah and use the special. So yeah, that'll go for the witch. So now X-brast has to think, does he want to sack some monsters before the witch goes? Does he have another witch in hand? If he were to sack, he's going to sack the bomb. Killing the snow, I don't know if that was a good idea because McBroly has another snow in the limit break, which will let him search another lightning. Shelk, does he play Shelk? He does not play Shelk. No. But I don't know if killing the snow there was a good idea, if I'm honest. I guess... Yeah, I think you kill the Sarah here. I mean, maybe he's worried about another Sarah coming down and searching a Mog, but... Okay, so we're going to do 9k here with Phoenix to Hope. Gonna play the Gal. We're gonna bottom deck. Okay, so we're gonna bottom deck the Sarah. So that now things make a little bit more sense. I don't know what's in his hand, but potentially we're looking at a Lena revive. He put Lena in the center of his backup board. So it might be using Lena to bring back a witch. That's my guess. So we are going to turn the dragon into a monster, and we're going to attack. So it's an 8k. I'm going to let the damage pass. Oof. So that is the third that version of Sarah. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to limit. Okay, we're going to play a Leo, just draw, restock our hand a bit, and pass turn. I think the players there just confirming that the dragon was indeed turned into a monster via Gao's ability and not through the dragon's ability, so it does not need to go to the break zone after attacking. So looking a little bit short for answers here for McBroly. I think he lost a lot of his board there that maybe he wasn't expecting. To see what he can come up with. So that, yeah, okay, so this is the other motor for this deck, is the Sidolphus. So now that we've kind of exhausted a bit of the 13, I think he's going to go a bit more aggro, and maybe potentially pull out a priming for the Rama. Yeah, we're gonna prime Rama. We're gonna throw that Odin immediately, and also do 8,000. So I suppose we're going to break the Gao. Yeah. And then 8 million to Realm, I guess. Yeah. So I wonder why we don't kill the Leo there. So we're gonna keep the Ifrit frozen. But I wonder why we don't kill the Leo there, because now we've given X-brast a chance to throw another realm down. Yeah. Maybe there's already enough all the realms in the break zone, although I don't think so. So I'm not sure if that was the right call. So there's another witch. Gonna pay straight from the backups. Draw a card. And I wonder, because Dragon and Phoenix are two monsters that you, and Atomus, well, they're three monsters that you really don't want to pitch for Witch's ability. You'd like to pitch something a little less valuable, something that cannot turn into a forward. Obviously, X-brast is potentially waiting for the third damage to come through, so Atomus can become a forward as well. Yeah, if we had to pitch one, we would definitely pitch the dragon, the blue worm. I don't know why I always call it dragon. But we're gonna LB instead. We're gonna ultimate weapon. Yeah, there's enough on the field. We're gonna get rid of the Rama. He did remove Rama from the game, so no problems there. Serge is out, and I think that's probably game. Yeah, I think that when X-brast killed the lightning that came in, that was maybe the nail in the coffin. Um, McBroly did have the setup at that moment. No, Albie, this is bubble. This is bubble. We're looking at two players who are 3-2. Table one, both players already appeared on stream. Just wanted to give it more variety for today. Tomorrow we'll have the best of 16, and we'll see all those guys play again. It would be amazing if it was table one and a category 13 deck was able to go 5-0. I think I would like to live in the world where the meta was so flexible. But no, that's not the case today. Okay, I think Brawley's going to scoop here. Yeah, scoop. We're going to go to game two. Yeah, so I think the game just kind of got away from McBroly there. There were definitely some opportunities. Hi Anom. No, this is round 6 of the Swiss. So we're watching a bubble match at the moment. Both these players are 3-2. Whoever wins will advance to tomorrow, to round of 16. And X-brast has won game 1. So going into game 2, let's see if McBroly can maybe he's figured out what he's got to do against this deck. All right, so looks like we're starting out the same way that we started last time, dropping a Nuge down as the backup. We have the Barley in hand already after the search. See the realm, I believe there. Yeah, that's a realm. Probably gonna. Oh, are we gonna pitch the realm? Might be another one in hand. Okay, so realm and Ifrit for Mog. Draw a card. Mog's not a bad play because McBroly does search a fair amount in his deck. But he searches so often that the Mog will have X-brast will have to be able to use it smartly. Make sure that he uses it in the right search. He's already got the value out of it from the draw, though, so probably just happy to block any search. Okay, so we're not going to block this search from the Lumina. I think this is the Lumina, right? Yeah, it's a Lumina, so search for one category 13 forward, and we've searched the Sarah that we now know is a 2-cost ice that has a special ability that does 8,000. No, Basil, no. He runs the lightning. No unit. Okay, so X-brast will ditch the Mog to stop the Sarah search for the Mog, for the other Mog, for Mog 13-2. So we probably did get one search off. Yeah, McBroly's deck is basically category 13 with a small Sidolphus package. Okay, ditching the one witch for the blue worm, drawing. See if there's any more action we can do. For some reason, the players on the blue side have loved to hide their hand today. No problem, Basil. Yeah, he's he's got the lightning Sarah as well. That's one of the main features of this deck, but he hasn't been able to make it work yet. So X-brast searching the Shinryu off of the Princess Goblin. Mog didn't die, Mighty. You mean the X-brast's Mog? Yeah, he ditched it to stop the search from Sarah. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the 13 Mog that Sarah searches for, which never got searched for. Usually you'd see it on the field, but yeah, it never got searched. Okay, so top decking 2 Odins. That's not ideal. Might look at the limit limit break deck here for Snow to get the lightning and potentially start racking up value with the draw. Yeah, I think I called that one right. Yeah, so we're gonna search the lightning off of this Snow, if I'm not mistaken. It'll be a 2-cost lightning. We'll probably play the lightning. Then we'll attack. We'll get the draw off of. Yeah, we'll get the draw. I believe we will activate 2 abilities because the Sarah will attack as well. Let me look up this card real quick. Okay, no. So we're gonna activate the draw off of attacking both. Oh, okay. So we've played the Hope as well, which also has haste. So we're gonna attack with 3, which means we'll do an extra damage. So we're actually gonna do 4 damage here on this play, barring any X-bursts that stop it, and we're gonna draw a card. So this is one of the good plays from this deck. That's 2 Amaterasus into the damage. Right, so McBroly's now explaining the 3rd power. That's a Garland, and then the 4th damage, which is a Lennis, so he'll draw a card. So yeah, we did 4 damage there. So if X-brast can't respond here, this might be a quick round. Let's see. I don't want to switch screens to update the damage because I don't want to miss something. I'm just trying to do it quickly. All right, there we go. So yeah, that's a pretty cool play from this 13 deck. So he gets an extra damage and it draws a card, extra resource, and really put X-brast in a tough spot because that Noel also, I believe, when he attacks, yeah, he gains 1,000 power for every 13 that's on the field. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's a 9k, right? 5. Sorry, he's a 10k. That Noel's a 10k right now. So even if an Ifrit were to come, he could easily trade if there was a Clive. So we're going to see the Realm. Realm's going to search for Atomos. And the Goblin, we're going to search all the Goblins. Well, let's see, he might... Well, let's see if he pays... If X-brast pays, doesn't pay attention, and tries to kill the Noel, that Noel, again, is a 10k. And he would only get to 9,000 with the 3 Goblins. So... let's see how this turns out. Could also imagine a witch overpaying for a witch here. Ah, okay. Only one attacking. Yeah, you're right. No attacks. Yeah. Yeah, so he's a 5k right now. So actually, yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. Thanks for that, Pecan. So what are we thinking here? Are we thinking... Okay, we are thinking the Clive. We are going to prime it. I think he wants to get rid of the lightning. So we are going to prime. We'll prime. We reactivate the Princess Goblin, which we'll use to play another Goblin to search the final Goblin. We're going to 10k the lightning. And we're going to block with the snow, probably. Which means we can play the other snow from the limit break to get the lightning back on the field. Potentially. To be careful here, because that Ifrit was frozen for about 5 turns last game. Okay, so we're going to discard the Nuge. Block with the snow. Yeah, so we're doing 5k. Yeah, so we 5k'd the Ifrit, and then we blocked with the snow to kill it. So we got CatXIII going to the break, to damage. We're going to play that last Goblin, and we're going to search it. It's going to leave us with 2 cards in hand. That play against the Ifrit was actually pretty smooth. Always got to read the cards of backups that you're unfamiliar with, because these kind of things can surprise you. Yeah, you're right. Does Realm die now? Yeah, but Realm wasn't dual when the Nuge went in. He attacked first with the Clive, and then he dips the Nuge. No worries, Bezos. It's always better to check these types of things because we're playing with unfamiliar cards. Some cards. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. Always better to check. I appreciate the extra eyes. So yeah, like I said, blocking with that snow sets McBroly up to again search for the same lightning. which means we're going to be able to attack 3 right here, and this might be game. We're going to have to ditch the goblins to save this. Otherwise, we're getting 4 damage here. So actually, if we attack with Noel first, the goblins, yeah. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna get 2 damage in here, and we're gonna draw a card. So we're gonna get up to 6 damage and pull a card here. We're gonna block. We're gonna block with the blue worm. He will still draw a card. Is the Sarah buffed? She is buffed. So she is buffed. So the dragon, yep, the dragon, the blue worm dies. We draw the card. Gonna play the Shinryu. So next turn, so next turn we will lose 7,000 power. But I think it's game here, because if we attack with all 3, Lightning's power activates. It doesn't matter if we do damage or not, as long as we attack with all 3. So we attack first with the Sarah and the Snow. I believe, right? If 3 more category 13 forwards attacking this turn, Lightning deals 1 damage. I think that's the end of the game if he plays this right. But that's 7 damage. What? Did I count wrong? Yeah, there we go. Okay, well done by McBroly there. That was a fun way to win the game. So yeah, for those of you that are fans of 13, it can win in the competitive ring. Yeah, that was a really fun match to watch there. Learning a lot as we go with how the 13 deck works. That puts us at 1-1. So now all bets are off here. It's the final game of today, final game of round 6, and the winner of this game will likely classify for top 16 for tomorrow. Both players now know how each deck works. Exciting, yeah. Let's see how it goes. I'm excited to see how this wraps up. Yeah, I think so. Usually these types of decks, right, that are a bit surprising to play against because you might not know which cards are doing what, usually work better in a best of 1. But I think also you get a benefit as well that you learn how your unique deck pairs against other more meta decks as you play into best of 3s. So there's kind of an advantage for both players here going into the last game. But I do think X-brast gets how the deck works now. He was already targeting that Ice-Lightning. I think he needs to make sure he doesn't kill the wrong cards. He did it both games. He killed the Snow when he shouldn't have, because that opens up a free search into Lightning again. Yeah, so X-brast is going to go first this time. He did, yeah, Berserk, he did see it in game 1. And he immediately killed the Lightning with the Witch. But the thing was that McBroly didn't play Snow again. And I think McBroly should have played Snow again in game 1, immediately after losing that Lightning. But he didn't. He chose to do something else. That may have been a misplay. because it worked in the second game. And we still haven't seen the legendary Sarah from Opus 23 that reduces the power. I don't know if it's that good in this matchup. So I think that's why we've not seen it. I think that's why McBroly is focusing on another tactic. But there's a lot of this deck that we didn't see in that match. We didn't see the Sid, we didn't see the Rama, we didn't see the Jill, we didn't see the Mog because it was blocked. And there are 2 orphans in this deck as well that we haven't seen yet. So yeah, still some mystery here. So we do have the Nuge and the BARCELONA in hand. So we are going to pay with the CatXIII, I think, into another backup here. Is it the Psycom? Oh no, so there's the orphan that we haven't seen yet. So we did pay 5. This is another card that you don't see too often. Whenever your opponent discards 1 card or more from their hand due to a summon or to your summons or abilities, choose 1 forward your opponent controls and duel it. At the beginning of each attack phase, during each of your turns, your opponent discards 1 card from their hand. So yeah, this will kind of, if X-brast can't get rid of this orphan quickly, any draw that he's getting from his monsters will basically be cancelled. And any monster or any forward on the field, will get dulled. Okay, so we're gonna immediately kill it with Cloud, and then we're gonna exile 2 things from the break zone and draw a card. Cloud killing orphans, yeah. I mean, he wants to be a soul. Okay, so now we're going to dull freeze the Cloud immediately, so it's dull freeze and draw a card, right? That's Shiva, or I know the damage becomes 0. The damage becomes 0. Yeah, so that saved him 2 times. Yeah, and that keeps the orphan there. So we're gonna 3-mill it and then pass turn. Okay. We do have to be careful though. Does he have red 13 in the? He does not. He has a Vincent. He doesn't have red 13. I always think if you've got if you're running Cloud and Zach, you might as well run red 13 limit break because you get a free haste there. But he's not done. He's got 2 Ultima weapons in his limit break instead. I think I would only run 1 if it was me, and play that red 13. So no cards in hand for X-brast to discard. Probably why he threw the Zach out there. That orphan is going to be a pain, though. It's going to be a pain. We're going to attack. It's going to go through. That is Princess Goblin, I think. And I think it's written in French. Yeah, Princess Goblin. So that saves from the Shinryu. Because there is indeed only 1 Princess Goblin there, and only 1 Shinryu. So that may not be an option to this game. So we're going to attack with the Zac. It's going to go through. It's going to be a hope. That's unfortunate. Oh, he's got another one in hand. Or Noel, sorry. He's got another Noel in hand anyway. So it's not as bad as I thought. Like, So X-brast avoids the duel that will come with a discard in the attack phase from the Orphan, but he's looking to play something from the limit break here as well. Probably a Leo. I would assume it's either a Leo or it has to be a Leo or it has to be a Vincent. He's maybe thinking about the Vincent here. Doesn't want to keep losing economy to that Orphan. Okay, so we are going to not kill it. There's the Hope. And another Shiva. So that Shiva... Yeah, so we're going to play the Hope. That's going to search us the Lightning, which was sitting there for us at the bottom of the deck. Nice. This will be a draw card, unless we also have the no. Oh, we do have the Noel, which has haste. So this will be draw a card and damage coming in here. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of the Shiva. So we're gonna go full aggro here, and we're gonna get a discard and a duel. So we're gonna get 4 damage here, barring any limit breaks here that might. That's a Lena? No. And Orphan, Phoenix. So we're at 5. That was nice. Let's see. There's still plenty of forwards on the field for X-brast to defend with, but it does feel like that hurt because the Phoenix is gone. In terms of burst damage, he can't search the Shinryu. The goblins are gone. He's got Armstrong in the deck, but I do think McBroly pitched that second Shiva though. So if an Ifrit does come in, he can't pay for it, right? Oh yeah, he can. If an Ifrit does come in, this is 6. What's gonna be? Okay, we're gonna go Vincent, right? No, Ultimate. Sorry, Ultimate Weapon. And probably gonna target the Lightning, but we have the Snow LB. So again, if he kills the Lightning, he's gotta realize it's coming back. Yeah, but I don't know. Like I know you have to kill it. I know you do, but it's gonna come back. And he's passed his turn here. I think we search for the Lightning again. We search for the Lightning. We discard, so it's going to discard and duel. We duel the Cloud. We party attack. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we're going to Snow, or we're going to search the Lightning. Oh, yeah. We might be able to end it here. Let's see. So there it is again, waiting for us at the bottom of the deck. We're gonna have 4 attackers going into this. We're gonna get a duel. We're gonna get a duel from Orphan, and we got the Mog. So Noel is stonked at the moment. We discard a Realm. It's a duel. Is he gonna? Don't miss. But it's a duel, right? Wait. Isn't Orphan a duel? Yeah, 1 second, guys. Yeah, he discarded because of the attack phase. So. That's it. That is a wrap, guys. So that was a really fun way to win those 2 games. Lightning played a huge role there, but I think that snow limit break was very crucial. So yeah,